Welcome to Rise Through Time, your destination for untold stories of bravery, sacrifice, and forgotten heroes. Today, we dive into the story of a man history forgot, the last rebel, a true patriot who gave everything for freedom yet died unknown. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss stories of courage that shaped our world. History remembers the famous names, but countless heroes remain in the shadows. Men and women who fought revolutions, yet their names never made it to the history books. This is the story of one such rebel whose courage and sacrifice were extraordinary and completely forgotten. His story isn't just about a battle. It's about the soul of a revolution, carried by those who expected nothing in return. So, who was this man, and why has his incredible bravery been erased from our collective memory? Let's uncover the truth. In the early days of the revolution, when the very idea of a new nation was a fragile spark, a man emerged who defied tyranny, risking everything for the promise of liberty. Unlike the celebrated heroes whose portraits hang in galleries, he never sought fame or recognition. He wasn't a general or a politician. He was a farmer, a blacksmith, a teacher, an ordinary man driven by an extraordinary conviction. His mission was clear: fight for freedom, no matter the cost. He saw the injustice, the oppression, and knew he couldn't stand by. He gathered a small band of like-minded patriots, men who were also willing to sacrifice it all. Not for a place in the history books, but for a future their children could live in freely. During a pivotal battle, a clash that would later be overshadowed by larger, more famous engagements, this last rebel and his small group of fighters found themselves facing overwhelming odds. They were a tiny force against a seasoned, well-equipped army. Outnumbered and outgunned, retreat was the logical choice, but surrender was never an option. He refused to give an inch of ground. Each strike, each maneuver, was a defiant act of courage. Many fell around him, friends and neighbors, yet he continued to fight with a fury born of desperation and hope. He fought until his very last breath, leaving a mark on that battlefield that few would ever know. His stand, though ultimately fatal, bought precious time for the main forces to regroup, a tactical sacrifice that had strategic importance but was lost in the chaos of war. This man left behind everything we hold dear. He had a family, friends who loved him, and dreams of a quiet life. But he was driven by something greater, a hope for a free nation that burned brighter than his own personal desires. His heroism was never about glory. It was about justice, conviction, and an unwavering faith in the cause of freedom. Can you imagine that level of commitment? To know you're fighting for a world you will likely never see. The world may have forgotten him, but his actions echoed in the hearts of those who survived, whispering tales of the brave man who stood firm when all seemed lost. His letters home, if they ever existed, were never found. His name wasn't etched on any monument. He simply vanished into the annals of history. So, why do we forget people like him? History has a way of remembering the names it chooses, often focusing on the leaders. The generals, the politicians who wrote the declarations and signed the treaties. The last rebel, like so many thousands of unknown patriots, was left out of the textbooks and the monuments. The narrative of history is often streamlined for simplicity, and in that process, the individual sacrifices of the common soldier are often blended into a single anonymous mass. But the freedom we enjoy today isn't just built on the famous victories. It's built on the countless small, forgotten skirmishes, on the blood and sacrifice of men and women whose names are lost to time. Their legacy may be hidden, but it is powerful and eternal, woven into the very fabric of our liberty. The story of the last rebel teaches us a profound lesson. True heroism is not measured by fame or recognition. It's not about how many people know your name, but about the conviction in your heart. Courage, integrity, and selfless sacrifice are what truly define a hero. Even in obscurity, his actions inspire us to consider what we would be willing to stand for. His legacy reminds us that every revolution has its unsung warriors, the silent heroes who gave everything without asking for anything in return. He was one of the bravest, a testament to the idea that one person's courage can indeed make a difference, even if the world never knows it. So remember the last rebel, the forgotten patriot whose heart beat for liberty. History may have overlooked him, but we honor him today. His story is the story of all the unknown soldiers who fought for a better tomorrow. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss these important stories of unsung heroes. Share this video to help us keep the memory of all our unknown patriots alive. Thank you for watching.